Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today what I'm going to be showing you guys is the trading strategy I use, which is demand and supply. So I know maybe some of you have heard of demand and supply before. It is not support and resistance actually. So it's just basically a trading strategy that is very profitable. No trading strategy is actually a holy grail. There are other factors that you need to consider before you can be profitable in this foreign exchange market. But your strategy also plays a very important role in your trading. So I'm going to be giving you a trading strategy, which is demand and supply. I'm going to be showing you how it works, how you can implement it in your trading, and how it can help you, take your trading to the next level. So this is both beginner friendly and both for intermediate traders, advanced traders. So demand and supply, basically let's start with supply. So supply is an area in the market where sellers steps in and this causes price to reverse to the downside. So you see price is just forming highs and lows here. You can see that price is just forming highs and lows. Price went up, came back down, went up, came back down, down, up, down, up, down. And then all of a sudden when price gets to this top, it just reverses to the downside. So something like this happening shows that sellers step into the market at this particular point here. So at this point where price seller stepped in is called your supply area. So same thing with demand as well. You can see price was just going down, forming these highs, low, highs and low, highs and low. Then all of a sudden price just pushed to the upside, breaking this previous high here. So the demand area is created when buyers stepped into the market. Sellers were in control throughout this entire time here, and then all of a sudden price just started pushing to the upside. That point where price start moving to the upside is what we call our demand zone. So a demand has been created in the market as price starts moving to the upside direction. A demand has been created in the market. That's just the basic understanding of demand and supply. Price is moving up to the upside and then it stops. Price is bullish, going up, going up, going up, and then all of a sudden it just stopped and then start pushing to the downside. A zone has been created. That place at which price stopped is what we call our supply zone. The opposite is for demand. Price is dropping to the downside and all of a sudden price just starts pushing up. That place at which price starts moving up, a demand zone is created. What are we expecting when this zone is created? So when a supply zone is created, price is moving up and then all of a sudden it starts moving down. So we draw out a zone from that point at which price starts dropping to the downside. What is expected is that when price comes back to that zone, it should reverse. You just need one touch, a place where you see price reverse from initially. You are expecting that when price comes back to that point, it should reverse from that area again. So that's what you're expecting. So when price gets to this supply zone again, for the second time, for the second time, so you're not expecting that price should come to the zone 2 times and you're expecting it to still hold. You just need one touch for a supply zone. So when the zone is created, we're expecting that when price comes back to the zone, it should reverse. So we're expecting to be selling off the supply zone. I hope you guys understand this. It's just very basic. Price reverse from a particular place initially. You're waiting that when price comes back to that place, you are expecting that price should reverse again. So you're expecting to sell from the supply zone. So let's look at demand as well, which is quite just the opposite, the exact opposite. So price was moving down, then it gets to a particular level and then all of a sudden it reverses. So the buyers are stepped in and now price has started moving to the upside. So how do you take this trade? Don't just jump in. You're waiting for price to come back to that demand zone and then you take your trade. So demand zone is created, so you buy off demand zone and then you sell off supply zones. So that's it. How do we actually draw the supply and demand zones? So how do we draw a supply zone? Supply zone is drawn from the last candle before the bearish move. You see price will have these blue candles here going up, which signifies bullish movement, and then all of a sudden we'll have these bearish candles. So we know that normally from the previous explanation that supply is now in control based on the fact that you see price have started dropping down. But how do we now map out these zones or draw these zones? You just take a rectangle tool here like this and then you draw it. The last candle, you include the wicks. the last candle, you just draw the exact last candle. Let me remove it so you guys can see. So you draw something like this. Just take a rectangle tool and then you draw your last candle here. Your last candle before the bearish move. Note, the last candle before the bearish move. That's how you draw your supply zone. So bullish move, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, and then the last candle, the last bullish candle. You see this candle, still bullish. So the last bullish candle before you start seeing these bearish moves is your supply zone. You add your wicks. I don't include the wicks here, but you add your wicks and everything. So the last candle before the bearish move is your supply zone. That's how you draw it. For demand as well, so it's basically the same thing. So you see price was bearish, moving down to the downside, and then you see price are moving up. So the last candle here before the bullish move, the last one, let me change the color to red. So the last candle, the last bearish candle before the bullish move is your demand zone. It's a candle, you get. So you don't need to draw multiple candles, just one candle there. The last candle before the bullish move is your demand zone. So you're expecting to buy off this demand zone if price comes back to that level. So that's that for understanding how to draw demand and supply zone. So we're going to go into our chart right now and see how this demand zone plays out, this demand and supply zone, how they work, or maybe draw it in a live chart to see how price actually moves in this zone. So let's see. So you can see here now, this is GBP/USD. A demand zone was created here. Looking at it here, you can see the last bearish candle before this bullish move, the zone is created. So when you are expecting that you're going to be waiting out through all this entire move, you're seeing price going up and down, you're waiting for price to come back to that level. When price comes back to this level, take your buy. You're expecting that price should reverse when it comes back. You see how price just clearly respected the zone and then reverses. So that's for demand. So let's see. Okay, we have supply as well here. So a zone created. See, price was going up, and then the last bullish candle here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it very well. So the last bullish candle here is this one, this candle. So that is your supply zone. So you're mapping it out and expecting that when price comes back to that zone, it should reverse. You see how price came back to that zone and automatically just dropped huge amount of pips. So this is what you should be trying to participate in, and not, you can't be trying to sell here. Imagine you were trying to sell here initially. What's going to happen? You get stopped out. Trying to sell somewhere here now, you get stopped out. And then price came exactly to this demand zone, to this supply zone, sorry, and then it dropped off massively. Same thing happened as well here. Here, a demand zone created. Price came clearly to the zone, just barely hits it, and then pushed to the upside. This one was not a very large move, but this should be up to 30 people. You can make decent amount of money from that. So you see how these zones actually work. So let me see if I have another one. Yeah, so see this one again. This is supply zone created. Price was moving to the upside, and then all of a sudden it stops, changing direction. Sellers are stepped in. So the last bullish candle here is this one, particular one here, and then I draw it out, waiting that if price comes back to this level, I'm looking to sell it again. So when price came back to this level, it dropped off massively. As you can see, this is a huge move for you to take decent amount of pips or profit from. So see this one is a bit tricky. Price might not give you a picture perfect demand and supply. Your ability for you to be able to backtest this particular trading strategy, over time you'll be able to map out these zones. Just looking at your chart, you'll be able to spot these areas of demand and supply where price is just reversing up. So this one is a bit complex. You can see price moved up a little, created this zone. The last bullish candle here, price came exactly to the zone. Let me shift this so you guys see. Exactly, just barely tapping this zone just by a pip, and then immediately price dropped off. Huge amount of pips there. See this one too. Price was bullish all through this time, and then price came to to this level, when price gets to this level, just suddenly drop off. So what we're expecting is that when price comes back to this level again, it's going to drop. See what happened? Massive drop to the downside. Imagine you catch something like this. That's going to be a huge amount of people. This is definitely up to 100 people. This is a 15 minutes chart on GPS. So you see, same thing happening here too. The supply zone created here. Price came back. You see, this is actually a news event, but you see how accurate this thing can be. When most times you feel like, okay, news is always in control and the rest, but you see how price just came and tapped into this zone, exactly this supply zone, then dropped off massive, even during the news event. So these zones are really, really accurate when you actually understand how to map out these zones. You can go ahead and backtest these zones and everything. You can see how they work, get good data on how to draw them properly. During demand zone, remember what I said? Demand zone is the last bearish candle before the bullish move. The demand zone is created. Last bearish candle here before the bullish move. The demand zone is created. Price come back to this zone, take your opportunity, you buy. So that's just it. So I hope you guys find this valuable. Trust me, no strategy is actually a holy grail. You have your risk management also play an important role in your trading, your psychology and all. So just backtest this trading strategy, build a plan around it, and trust me, it's a good strategy that will be profitable in the long run if you actually put in the work. So I hope this content has helped you guys out. So don't forget to subscribe if you find this information valuable. I hope to see you guys some other time on my next video. So if you guys have any suggestion on any video you guys want to see on this channel, just you can hit me up on my Instagram at MacLeod, same with my YouTube channel, or you can hit me up on the comment section. I will reply to every comment as well. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you guys. See you guys in the next time.